play action. Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the high. So after the INT, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Brady. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He threw the interception the last time out, his first drive of the season here in the opening week. So now he's got to try to erase that memory and move on here, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. And this is caught by Evans. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Brady going to go on 4th down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there. Gets the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Again, it's Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Prescott off play action. That is caught by Lamb. Still on his feet. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 55 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
To the air again, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Maher is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Airing this one out for Evans. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady again. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up with... And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They've got this down to about the 12-yard line. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 2, Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 7, Brady. Throw left side, hard in by up. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores. Hope to come back and win this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Play action now. Prescott on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Prescott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the bucs 42. A good pickup there of 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On play action, Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something?
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back now in Arlington. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation,
touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brady's throw there complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Again, it's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Brady looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, and he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Cowboys have recovered.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. To try again after the sack. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know. Just get it.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Brady, this complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Brady. Otten brings it in over the middle.
Holding. Offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Brady got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions receptions. I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Brady again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This is caught. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Dallas, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll have another home date next week as the